I'm Intelligence Specialist First Class Lewis Green, Class Advisor of Intelligence Specialist A School, Class 2405. And I will be your Master of Ceremonies today. On behalf of Captain Ray and Training Center Yorktown, I thank you for joining us for this important occasion. There are many rewarding and significant moments in the Coast Guard career, and today we will witness one of the most meaningful, advancement to Petty Officer. In the Coast Guard, third class Petty Officer is the first pay grade in which an enlisted member can wear collar devices. I encourage guests to take pictures to help capture this very special day. Please feel free to move about the room for your photos. Will the audience please rise for the arrival of the official party and ISA School Class 2405. Chief Intelligence Specialist Chelsea Elkowski, Course Chief. Senior Chief Michelle Pike, School Chief Intelligence Specialist, A School. Lieutenant Commander Timothy Williams, Assistant Branch Chief, Intelligence Training Branch. Commander Gregory Johnson, Branch Chief, Intelligence Training Branch. And Commander Sarah Jeffreyon, Executive Officer, Training Center, Yorktown. While in training, every class is presented with a guidon to signify their school and class. The guidon serves as a rallying point, and it is considered an honor to carry it. Over the 12 weeks of training, classes have the opportunity to earn streamers to identify accomplishments. Class 2405's guidon bearer is Seaman Miguel Gonzalez Dumont. ISA Class 2405, post. As of today, ISA Class 2405 has earned the following streamers. The Brown Streamer, identifying 2405 as a senior class in the Intelligence Specialist A School course. The Red Streamer, identifying a class in which all students have passed the Coast Guard's Advanced Leadership Program. The Yellow, Blue, and Orange Streamers, identifying academic excellence. At 3 milestones, Class 2405 was academically accessed, and at each milestone, the class maintained an average GPA above 90%. The Light Blue Streamer, identifying a class in which over 50% of students participated in a volunteer event. ISA Class 2405, ready, face, seats. Guests, please be seated. I would like to invite Senior Chief Pike to the podium for a summary of Class 2405's studies.
Good morning. Within days, these new ISs before us will be planning, collecting, analyzing, processing, and disseminating intelligence in support of Coast Guard law enforcement intelligence operations and national intelligence missions. Over the last 12 weeks, these students were provided with the skills and knowledge to perform as intelligence professionals and to lead as petty officers. They have been taught principles of security practices and procedures, classified material handling, intelligence fundamentals, intelligence oversight and legal authorities, briefing, intelligence disciplines, collection and reporting, analysis, and dissemination. In addition to technical training, they were shown leadership fundamentals through the Coast Guard's Apprentice Leadership Program. This 3-day course is designed to provide leadership and supervisory training to apprentice-level personnel. All graduates also receive 12 college credits as recommended by the American Council on Education. I'd like to thank the class advisors, Chief Kelly Barron and IS-1 Lewis Green, and the entire Intelligence Training Branch staff. These members have gone above and beyond to mentor, guide, and instruct the students. At this time, we would like to invite all members of the Intelligence Training Branch to please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for these members and the example they set forth upon this class. Thank you. Thank you to the class sponsors, Chief Warrant Officer Gautier and SK2 Thompson, for the time and guidance you provided these members throughout their 12 weeks here at Trayson. Thank you also to the class members, Chief Monica King and Chief Batier Collins, for the mentoring you provided to these graduates and helping them shape the newest intelligence specialists in our rate. You have supported these new IS3s in their growth with your mentorship, advice, and professional knowledge.
Thank you, Senior Chief. 2405, 12 weeks. It went by in a flash and you've made it through your job interview. 12 weeks seems like a long time to be in training, yet you overcame a lot of challenges. On behalf of the staff, it was an honor to get to know all of you as shipmates. I am extremely proud of your hard work, dedication, and commitment to serve others. I commend each of you on joining an important Coast Guard rating. As ISs, you will be the silent professionals who work, and dedication is often out of the public eye and shielded from even those close to you. You each will now become masters of telling your friends and family what you do for a living without actually telling them anything at all. To the family and friends today, I thank you for your continuing support of your loved ones as they go to work behind locked doors, and you are left asking what they exactly do for a living. Please let me be the first to tell you that they do have an important job and that almost instantly they will directly impact Coast Guard operations. Although more than likely you will never completely know the role they actually play. I am personally proud to have seen you grow into the intelligence specialist in front of me today, and I look forward to hearing about your accomplishments in the fleet. Today is the first day of your rated Coast Guard career. Savor this moment. Today you will get to be ISs. Congratulations on a milestone in your careers. I wish you great success, and I hope to see at least a few of you back here in Yorktown as instructors to develop the future generations of intelligence specialists. Class 2405, today marks the end of your journey at Training Center Yorktown and the beginning of your journey as intelligence specialists and as third-class petty officers in the United States Coast Guard. Those who have stood with you will continue to stand behind you as you learn and grow. With honor, respect, and devotion to duty, we are all the United States Coast Guard. However, you are the future. The staff of the Intelligence Specialist A School is proud to have trained this class and to send our newest Coast Guard intelligence specialists into the fleet. Class 2405, attention. Ready, face, post. Inboard, face, cover. At this time, we would like to invite anyone who will be participating in the pinning of the collar devices to please join us by standing with their graduate. I would now like to invite Commander Jeffrey on to the podium for the reading of the advancement certificate.
All right, at this time, I call all military personnel in uniform to attention for the reading of the advancement certificate. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the fidelity and abilities of these Coast Guardsmen, I do appoint them intelligence specialists, third class in the United States Coast Guard, to rank as such from the 9th day of August, 2024. These appointees will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the grade to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto pertaining. And I do strictly charge and require all personnel of lesser grade to render obedience to appropriate orders. And these appointees are to observe and follow such orders and directions as may be given from time to time by superiors acting in accordance with the rules and articles governing the discipline of the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Given under my hand at Yorktown, Virginia, this 9th day of August, in the year of our Lord, 2024. Signed, Scott A. Ray, Captain, U.S. Coast Guard, Commanding Officer, U.S. Coast Guard Training Center, Yorktown.
Thank you, Commander Jeffreyon, and congratulations to the Coast Guard's newest petty officers. Please give another round of applause. Guests, please be seated. Class, ready, face, forward, march. Ready, face, seats. We would now like to present some special recognition awards. Lieutenant Commander Williams, Senior Chief Pike, and Chief Olkowski, would you do the honor of assisting with the presentation of the following awards? I would like to remind guests that this is an opportunity for photos, so please feel free to move about and take pictures. Class leaders, Petty Officer Ayala and Petty Officer Murray, front and center. As the class leaders, you demonstrated superior leadership and communication skills, assisting the advisors by ensuring all students were kept constantly aware of Training Center Yorktown policies, procedures, and regulations. You met the difficult challenge of ensuring the class's attitude and adherence to standards were met and exceeded expectations. You personally set the standards to be emulated in uniform, military bearing, and classroom participation. Your dedication to duty and proactive team building techniques reflect highly upon yourself and ISA School. Thank you. Petty Officer Stockard, front and center. Petty Officer Stockard, your unwavering commitment to excellence during ISA School physical fitness training was demonstrated by your motivation to your classmates through all physical fitness activities. Your positive attitude and dedication to your personal and team fitness set the standard of achievement that earned recognition by your classmates. Bravo Zulu for a job very well done. Petty Officer McKenzie, front and center. Petty Officer McKenzie, as a result of your hard work and dedication, you graduated first in your class academically. Your overall grade point average was 98%. As a result, you have earned the prestigious ISA School Sloan Academic Achievement Award. Your outstanding academic efforts and dedication are a credit to your tireless work ethic. Bravo Zulu for a job very well done. Thank you, Lieutenant Commander Williams, Senior Chief Pike, and Chief Olkowski. Commander Jeffreyon, would you please do us the honor of assisting with one final award presentation? Petty Officer Broughton, front and center. Petty Officer Broughton, you exceeded the ISA school training requirements by demonstrating an unwavering commitment to excellence, both in and out of the classroom. Your outstanding leadership, teamwork, military-bearing professionalism, and adherence to the Coast Guard's core values were inspirational to your classmates. Your upbeat personality and dedication to the success of your peers served as a beacon for your shipmates. On multiple occasions, you were identified as the reason behind the success of many of your classmates. As a result of your hard work and your adherence to our core values, you have earned the prestigious ISA School Chief James Eubanks Honor Graduate Award. Bravo Zulu for a job very well done. Thank you, Commander Jeffreyon, Senior Chief. Now, ISA School Class 2405, Class Leader IS-3 Ayala will now address the class.
Good morning, everyone. I'm IS-3 Vincent Ayala, and I was chosen by my class, my now fellow IS-3s to give this speech. I want to start off by thanking Commander Jeffreyon for hosting our advancement ceremony. Next, I want to thank the Intel training staff. Without all their hard work, we literally could not be here. And they all did their best to give us all the tools we need to be the best intelligence specialists that we can be. I also want to thank our sponsors and mentors, Mr. Gaudier, SK2 Thompson, and both Chiefs King and Collins, for taking time out of their schedules to visit us and give us guidance in both our professional and personal lives. Whenever they did come to visit us, y'all proved to be a great resource while we were in training, but also for whatever we may need with what comes next in our careers. Also, Chief Barron and IS-1 Green, you both were the greatest advisors I think that we could have had. You both worked very hard to make sure our admin and most importantly our personal needs were being met while keeping us on track to graduate today. One of my roles as class leader was to be the gap between my classmates and our advisors, and they made this part of the job very easy for me by always being approachable and informative when addressing anything that the class needed or wanted. So I want to thank them for all that hard work and steering us all on the right path to get here on behalf of the class. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank everyone who is here today to celebrate this achievement with us. All our friends and families are one of the biggest reasons most of us join the life-saving service, and I know that if I didn't have the support and encouragement of my family, I probably wouldn't be here talking to all of you. I'm sure many of my classmates share that sentiment for all of you that are here with us today. When we arrived here 12 weeks ago, most of us were unsure of what to expect. Unlike most ratings in the Coast Guard, it's very difficult to tell what an IS does every day, because we simply can't talk much about what happens at work. But I'm so proud to say that everyone in this class picked up on all the expectations we were told to exceed and did very well very quickly. It was kind of amazing to see everyone progress so easily and not stress as much as I had thought that they would, even with some pretty long days mixed in to test us even more. I think that this just goes to show that I feel 100% confident that this fine group of people in front of me have everything that they need in skill, ability, and mettle to thrive and perform well in our field of work. With all that being said, I really want to thank the class not just for choosing me to lead y'all, but also teaching me a lot of the skills I'll need to eventually lead further down in my career. The journey getting here was long and had ups and downs, but I can't wait to see some of you again in the fleet, and I wish you all the best once we leave here today, and hopefully we can look back at the time we spent together fondly. But I'll end this speech with a little inside joke between the class and Intel staff here. Pending any questions, this concludes my speech.
Thank you, IS-3 Ayala. The time has come to recognize one last accomplishment of ISA School Class 2405. Members of the official party, would you please assist with the presentation of the graduation certificates? Once again, I would like to remind guests that this is an opportunity for photos, so please feel free to move about and take pictures. IS3, Vincent Ayala. Petty Officer Ayala is headed to Mythic Pack, Alameda, California. IS3, Sal Battaglia. Petty Officer Battaglia is headed to Sector Jacksonville, Florida. IS3, Riley Broughton. Petty Officer Broughton is headed to Mythic Pack, Alameda, California. IS3, Kyle Berdinsky. Petty Officer Berdinsky is headed to NSA at Mythic Lant, Virginia Beach, Virginia. IS3, Matthew DeJoseph. Petty Officer DeJoseph is headed to ICC Collections and Reports Division in Washington, D.C. IS3, Blake Donahue. Petty Officer Donahue is headed to ICC Commandant's Intelligence Plot, Washington, D.C. IS3, Luke Eubanks. Petty Officer Eubanks is headed to D7 Intelligence Branch, Miami, Florida. IS3, Miguel Gonzalez Dumont. Petty Officer Gonzalez Dumont is headed to ICC National Targeting Center, Reston, Virginia. IS3, Edwin Gonzalez Negron. Petty Officer Gonzalez Negron is headed to Coast Guard Cryptologic Unit, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. IS3, Jonathan Harris. Petty Officer Harris is headed to Sector North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. IS-3 Nicholas Hughes. Petty Officer Hughes is headed to ICC Threats Branch, Washington, D.C. IS-3 Olivia McKenzie. Petty Officer McKenzie is headed to Coast Guard International Ice Patrol in Suitland, Maryland. IS-3 David Murray. Petty Officer Murray is headed to Coast Guard Cryptologic Unit, Washington, D.C., Fort Meade, Maryland. IS-3 Logan Ocampo. Petty Officer Ocampo is headed to Coast Guard Cryptologic Unit, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. IS-3 Gabriel Ramirez. Petty Officer Ramirez is headed to ICC Commandant Intelligence Plot, Washington, D.C. IS-3 Cali Rigos. Petty Officer Rigos is headed to CGCIS Insider Threat Division, Washington, D.C. IS-3 Isaac Rivera. Petty Officer Rivera is headed to Coast Guard Cryptologic Unit, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. IS-3 Keely Smith. Petty Officer Smith is headed to Mythic Pack Living Marine Resource, Alameda, California. IS-3 Braden Stockard. Petty Officer Stockard is headed to ICC Geospatial Intelligence, Springfield, Virginia. IS3, Sarah Stockton. Petty Officer Stockton is headed to Mythic Lant Targeting and Watch Branch, Virginia Beach, Virginia. IS3, Colin Stebbs. Petty Officer Stebbs is headed to Mythic Lant Targeting and Watch Branch in Virginia Beach, Virginia. IS3, Anthony Vasquez. Petty Officer Vasquez is headed to CGCIS Insider Threat Division, Washington, D.C. IS3, Andrew Wilson. Petty Officer Wilson is headed to Sector Virginia in Portsmouth, Virginia. IS3, Jackson Wilson. Petty Officer Wilson is headed to Sector Key West Intel Staff in Key West, Florida. ISA 2405, attention. Would you please join me in a round of applause for the graduates of Intelligence Specialist A School Class 2405 and the newest ISs in the United States Coast Guard. So there is one more event to celebrate before the conclusion of this ceremony. It has long been the tradition of the graduating ISA school class to spike their guidon at Captain's House and disband from there. Thank you to all the family and friends for attending this momentous ceremony. Please take a few moments to take pictures and congratulate your graduate. In 5 minutes, the class will be forming up for a final time to march. Thank you.